Right, this is our bungalow.
Benghazi.
Wavell Barracks, Benghazi.
Yep.
And the little fellow wandering around there is Charles. And the little one is Andy, hiding behind the bushes. There we are. And that's little Andy looking at stones. Big smile. There's Charles looking very smart with a tie on. Oh, gosh. It's the last time we wore a tie.
That was last Friday. Look, I
Here
remember
we are.
great piles of rocks. I think I had
This was our garden.
tortoises in amongst them.
Didn't
all
grow
snails.
very much in our garden,
Yeah.
except where the water was put. Don't know what all that is. And his haircut was done with a bone. Put the bone over the top and cut round the edge. This must be our garage, I think.
Yes.
That's our bungalow. All our cases, MFO cases out there. Pile of rocks that they'd obviously gathered themselves to make something.
Oh, we put. I think we had snails hiding in amongst them or something. And it was
Probably.
great fun.
I know we had a lot of hedgehogs that used to
Yes.
race
Oh, yes, I
around.
remember that. Yeah.
And up in the tree, and we had tortoises too, because I used to get them in the desert and bring them in.
Aha.
And now he's being shifted around. Get out of my way. Ah, and here's Mum. Yeah, with a pearl necklace on, looking very beautiful. Rolling your eyes. Yes, this was a second door with to keep the flies out.
Yes.
The inside was a proper door.
What was the camera you were using? Was it a battery-driven thing, or? It didn't
Oh,
have
certainly, yes.
To, you didn't have to turn a handle.
It was it was a cine camera.
Yes.
I think it was clockwork. I think I had to wind it up.
Oh right. Perhaps.
Not absolutely sure. Oh yeah, she's going shopping. Must have been the winter time, I think, because they're all wearing quite a lot of clothes. And
Yes.
Mum's got a scarf and a coat, warm coat on. Remember that coat? So I think this was winter time. Yes, he's got his hat on and a jersey. Winter. Yeah, happy little fellow. Oh, the going to the beach. This would be. This is down at the beach club, as we used to call it,
Yes.
which was reserved for the military down at the beach.
Yeah.
And there was a little restaurant place where we could get fried eggs and things.
Yeah.
But this looks a bit wintry. Even though there's the beach club.
Remember we used to have fish and
Yeah,
chips or
beach club.
something, which we
Yeah.
thought was thrilling. It looks a
This
bit
is
hot.
definitely winter time. We weren't
Yes.
swimming, I see.
Yes.
In the summer we used to go out into the water there and scuba dive, or at least snorkel with
Yes.
snorkels, that's right.
I think that's where I learned to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. But you could see some wonderful things in the summer, the great rays in the water,
Yeah.
moving along, great things like diamond fish.
Yes.
And then there were masses of little things. You could dive down and swim amongst the swarms of little Mediterranean fish.
I do remember seeing tar on the beach from oil spills.
Yeah, we always had to be a bit careful about tar. Oh, and now here we are. Here's our vegetable man with his cart, which was pulled by a donkey. We'll see the donkey in a minute, I expect. Mum was saying, that's too much, not going to pay all that. Now, who's this? I think this was, oh, here we are. This was our neighbour who'd also come out to get vegetables. And I think it was Marjorie Vale.
Right.
There's Andy. Again, I don't know what he's doing.
Does he still use a pole?
I think his trousers.
He had +4s.
And this is out, where was this? Big open area here, I'm not sure. Alright.
Didn't
That's
you
the
move?
tree, you used to be up the tree, no, not that little tree, there was a bigger one, I think.
Yeah.
That was your thing.
I remember seeing chameleons in them.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
that's right, and we used to have stick insects up there too. They looked like the bits of the tree, and they
Yes.
were actually insects.
Oh, I remember that music box.
Oh yes, and the chimney always fell off, yes.
Yes. I think Mum sold it a few years ago, didn't she?
No, I
No?
don't know where it went. I don't think we ever sold it, it wouldn't sell.
Oh, it might be in the attic then.
It might be somewhere, I don't know. Might have got one of the young somewhere. Oh, that's right, a little drawer at the side, we took the drawer out of the music plate or something like that. I like the aeroplane, that's terrific, isn't it?
I seem to remember we got enormous value out
Ah.
of the simplest of toys.
Well, this was it, this was our garden. You had to water it with a hose. In fact, you didn't water it, you flooded it.
Yes.
And then various things grew, not a lot. But really, I think he wanted to go somewhere as well. I don't know, this is a bit wild. There's the aeroplane again. No, we didn't actually live there. Always busy, always happy, always find something to do. That must have been me, I don't know.
Yes, I think so.
Something in my pocket he wanted. Sweets, I expect.
Well, I saw a fir cone.
Gosh, he looks young.
Yes.
Now here we are, we're going in our little tiny Fiat car for a trip out for the day. We used to go off and have picnics, and we go miles up the coast and then turn down to Roman ruins and things like that. Or we may have been,
Driving on the right. Did you drive on the right?
I think we must have been,
Oh.
yes. So I can't remember now. It looks like it, doesn't it? All right. Otherwise I've been drinking.
Otherwise, it's possible the film has been switched around.
I think, well, here we are, we're in caves where we're looking for animals or something. I don't know where this was. We'll see in a minute. I think this might have been Cyrene. And we were living in a caravan on the top of the hill looking down over Cyrene.
I do remember that.
And every day we would we'd go down into the ruins. No, that's not Cyrene. This is somewhere else. Oh, think
Oh.
this is Barchi.
There was an earthquake, wasn't there?
Yes,
Yes.
this is Barchi where there was an earthquake before we got there. I don't mean the day, but a year or two before.
Yes.
So it was still pretty good ruins. I don't remember seeing this. And we stopped on the way to up the coast and filmed the place, I suppose, yes. I think it was known as the capital of Cyrene at one stage, because when it was knocked down, they decided to move the capital to Benghazi or somewhere. There's our car. There's our wonderful Fiat.
Mm-hmm.
It was tiny. It did us very well. We went off into the wilderness and we were having a picnic. Obviously we were setting up the picnic here. There we are, settling down for a picnic. I'm getting everything organised. That's the little car, which I sold to a general. Well, he wasn't a general then, he was a captain when he came out. Became a very important general in the Gulf Wars.
Mm.
I can't remember his name now.
A British general.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Well, when we left, they were just arriving, and everybody wanted a car.
Mm.
And a lot of people had those little tiny cars because there was nowhere really to drive very
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
It was just a matter of getting around.
Mm.
But I bought it new actually from Italy. It was sent in from Italy,
Right.
so it did us very well for
Mm.
2 or 3 years. It must have been 3 years.
What did I say? Jolinet or something?
I'm not sure. Hard to remember all these things. There's a lot of donkeys here, so there's a lot of locals living there. This is down on the sea again. But this, it was still winter time when I was taking this, they were all dressed up. When it was summer, it was so hot you could hardly walk on the ground there.
Mm.
We've still got the basket, I see. There's quite a lot of these big fortresses built along the coast
Yeah.
over the years, but they've been allowed to fall down.
Mm.
And the camel, they're hobbled so they couldn't get away. They could stand up and move a little bit, but not a lot. Oh, and some of the poor donkeys that were hobbled. He's gonna bite him, is he? There's Mum in another coat. She always had another coat.
Mm.
This looks more like Cyrene. Well, no, I don't know. Roman ruins, that's for sure. You were collecting stones even then. It's a well, so I think this probably was Cyrene here, I'm not quite sure. So they get a big view. But there were a lot of these Roman ruins around. And the fun was you could go right down and climb all over the rocks and the statues and all sorts of things. Yeah, there we are, statue. Yes, it was Cyrene, I think. We'll see more of it in a minute. Huge pillars. fascinating place to walk around. There's no one there. So you can actually see, go and stand and climb anything. There's a statue. So I wonder no one took it away. I expect they have now, but headless statue, mind you, but carved 2,000 years before.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the amphitheatre. They used to put on plays there, I suppose, and people would sit on the side. You see the mosaic on the flooring.
That's very nice.
Yes, here we are, a longer view. I remember these great pillars still standing.
Mm.
Oh yes, this is. I think looking for Roman coins. But the local women used to go down and look for the coins and then sell them in the towns. So you're lucky if you find any.
Mm. Well, let's have her in.
Okay. There we are, here's the biggest building, the pillars were there. Hello.
All right, later. You've locked yourself in the kitchen.
Right, here we are.
Right.
Gonna fall off. Bush.
If my father can help it. Yes.
That was great help. Little Andy in his beautiful coat. Very happy children they were.
Yeah.
Back of the car. He's going to kick the wheels or something. I like my hat, my trilby I've got on. Mum had the camera at this stage, obviously.
Is that an aqueduct behind you? It looks like it.
It's, I don't know, it's something like that. You couldn't always tell what the things were, because half of them have fallen down. Here we are sitting, having a picnic on the way back, I expect, or some other time.
Well, she's at shirts now, so it looks like summertime.
Oh, here's a local on his camel, going past. That's Mum's white sunglasses. She's very proud of those. She found them in a loo in Switzerland on a hill before we went to Libya. She wore them for ages. More ruins. Everywhere was ruins, really. The Italians had tried to save the ruins and dug them out and
Yeah.
done quite a lot of work. But when they were driven out of North Africa by us, nobody looked after things at all. It was just abandoned.
Yes.
mass of pillars that had fallen down or been knocked down.
Well, it's 2,000 years of earthquakes,
Well,
presumably.
it's when the Romans were driven out, I think the Saracens or someone that got moved in and was man with the Turks and destroyed everything that was Roman. That was the
Yeah,
idea.
right. Oh, I see. Okay.
So it was done on purpose, a lot of it.
Yeah.
But I'd just love to have some of these stones back in England, in my garden.
Mm.
Wonderful.
Bit difficult to get them home in your suitcase, though.
That's right.
Mm.
Was a bit tricky, and I don't think little Fiat would do very well carrying that home. Come on. Come on. There's some more mosaic. Some wonderful mosaics, actually, that we came across. It's really, oh, here's a gecko, what do we call it? A little lizard. They were all over the place. Yeah. Well, we got focus though, unfortunately. But might be because I got the wrong glasses on. That's a bit better. Something written on that one, I
Yeah.
can't make it out. But,
Looks like Greek.
well, it might be. It might be. They were mostly Roman built, I think, but the Greeks were around for a
Yeah.
long time.
There's a railway there.
It looked like a railway, yes. This might have been where the submarine pens were.
What year was this then?
Well, this was